So hi, my name's Kevin James. I travel the world living my dream and following my heart, and it brings me great joy and also brings a lot of people great joy. And I've got a story that I want to share with you because it was really instrumental for me in my journey of following my heart. It goes back to about 15 years ago, and it's a story about a kookaburra, and since then the kookaburra has become my totem because it was such an incredible experience, and I found it really hard to actually believe, but after having that experience it's just given me incredible faith in nature and the intelligence of nature, but also that intelligence that's inside of me. That intelligence that's allowing me to breathe and think and speak, because we're quite often conditioned to separate ourselves from that. But I'm learning with the help of the kookaburra that intelligence is me, and we can tap into that intelligence, and that intelligence can guide us in our life. So how it began, I was brought up in a small town with just normal conditioning of everyday mainstream society, and I started to want to find out more about myself, and I wanted to grow within myself and become more aware of myself. And so I started being attracted to different books and different teachings, different philosophies, and in learning about all this new information that I was getting, I started to create a whole new bunch of ideals and beliefs. And what it did for me was it set up some sort of inner conflict. I'd have these new beliefs that I was learning about, and then the old beliefs inside of me that were quite things that I didn't really want anymore. And I was going through a lot of mind chatter and a lot of conflict within myself. Like my mind would be thinking something, and then I'd uphold this new belief that, oh no, I shouldn't be saying that, or I shouldn't be thinking like that. And I was really going through some inner conflict. And even my friends were getting a little bit worried because I disconnected from my friends, and I was really just going on my own inner journey. But it was really a lot of arguing with myself. And while I was going through this journey, at the time I was living in a beautiful house in North Queensland, and I was woken up in the morning by this bang on the window, and I woke up, and then I heard this bang, 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 and I was like, what is that? Is there someone knocking on the door? And I went downstairs, and there was this kookaburra sitting up against the window, pecking at itself, at its reflection in the mirror. And so I shooed it away and went about my day, studying my books and going through my own inner stories. And then the next morning, the same thing again. Bang! Bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, oh my God, there's that kookaburra again. I went down and shoot it away, and this started happening every day. And one day I even saw it. You know, it's from a distance. It just came flying at the window and whacked its head against the window, slid down, and then just continued to peck at itself. And I started to get a little bit like, oh my God, why are you doing that to yourself? I'm getting a little bit frustrated. And then one morning I woke up to that same sound, and I actually found myself getting quite angry, and I grabbed a towel and I was going to throw the towel over the kookaburra while it was sitting on the ground pecking it, and I actually approached it with the towel, and I went, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, why am I so angry at this kookaburra? Like, was just sitting there thinking about it. And I walked inside and I was just scratching my head. I'm like, why is this upsetting me so much? I feel really angry and frustrated at this kookaburra. And then I thought, well, what's it doing? Well, I'm upset because it's hurting itself. So it's actually compassion, but I'm feeling anger. And then as I was thinking about this, meanwhile the kookaburra had flown around the balcony, found an open door to the big living space, and I'm sitting in there, and it flew in and sat on the back of the couch about 3 feet away from me. And I was just in astonishment, like what's happening, but it looked at me like this. I don't know if you've seen a kookaburra before, the way they look. They have this incredible stare. They can see a worm from about 300 meters away. And you could be standing there and a kookaburra will just land beside you and find something in the grass that you can't even see yourself. So it looked at me like this, and then it looked straight out through the window of where it had been flying and attacking itself. And then looked back at me like this with its eyes just staring straight into mine, and all of a sudden this realization just flew over me and all my hairs stood up on the back of my neck and my arms, and I just had this tingle awareness of like, oh my God, he's looking back through the mirror and seeing through the glass from the other side. He's turning his eyes back in on the reflection. And I had this incredible realization that I've been fighting myself. I've been doing exactly what the kookaburra has been doing. With all these new ideals and ideas, I'm arguing with myself and continually going through some sort of inner battle, and all I'm doing is hurting myself, and no wonder I'm so angry and frustrated. And then it just looked again, looked back through, and then flew back outside. And I'm standing there just totally in disbelief that had just happened. But just to cap it off, just to show me that this is not just a freak happening, a willy wagtail. If you don't know a willy wagtail, they're known as the trickster, and they're known as the messenger, I think, with Aboriginal people. He came and flew in and sat on the back of the chair, the same spot, did a little dance, flicked its tail around, and flew out again. And I was just sitting there in complete awe. Like, okay, now I believe that that's a message. And I don't expect anyone to believe that, but that's what happened to me. It really happened. And I really feel that there is an incredible intelligence in nature. The willy wagtail, the kookaburra, they're all alive. They all have an incredible intelligence that allows them to be, their heart to beat, for them to breathe, for them to exist. And there's no separation. That intelligence runs through everything. And if your heart's in the right place, you can get these messages from nature or from anywhere. I had that will to understand myself and to see, and I was shown by a miracle. But that was the beginning of me finding peace within myself and stopping the war within myself of right or wrong, or good or bad, and just beginning to look with an inquiring mind and just find out who I am and find out what life was all about, and start to follow my heart and follow my dreams. And since then I've just been living a very peaceful and beautiful life. And so I wanted to share that story about the kookaburra, my totem. Thank you.